So, how you doing anyway, Sav?
Don't know, man. I feel a bit ill. Like,
Ew.
yeah, I think I might have eaten a slug.
What?
Like, maybe more than one slug.
What is wrong with you?
Like, I was trying to.
How do you eat a slug without intentionally eating a slug?
I was given some lettuce, like some fresh organic lettuce, and I was just like, I chucked it in a salad, and just like, it wasn't till after we ate most of it, but there was like loads of dead slugs floating around.
Oh man, really?
So like,
Hey, you're gonna die, man.
I googled it. If you don't see me in between 1 and 3 weeks, then something like, if I disappear in the next 3 weeks, then
you're gonna like start frothing at the mouth and stuff like that.
I feel a bit. That feels a bit.
You feel a bit slimy. Don't start with that. It's gonna be like that. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen that episode of Family Guy where like, you know, where like one of them, I think it's like Peter or something, starts throwing up, and then they all start throwing up.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what happens when you try and be healthy. Like, stay away, kids. Don't eat no slugs.
Don't eat fresh.
Yeah, don't eat fresh veg from the garden. Just get your Sainsbury's veg where it's safer. You know, it's been sprayed with 1 billion chemicals, but yeah. Anyway, don't see us. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. Let's get to it. Welcome to another episode of Bloodlust Boxing. I'm Sav.
I'm Baz.
Today's episode, we talk about Eddie Hearn and that fight between Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua. It looks like it's definitely off now, but we'll be giving our thoughts on that. And also, Chris EUBANK Jr. versus Conorbenn. Is it on? Is it off? I don't know. Let's have a chat about it. But anyway, Baz, let's get to it.
Well, first off,
Dillian Whyte versus AJ.
Yeah.
Looks like it's off.
It looks like it is, yeah. He said, Eddie Hearn said on the 12th of August, when it was looking to go ahead, I think they're looking for someone else now. I think Dillian Whyte priced himself out.
There's reports of this $10 million or £10 million figure.
$10 million?
$10 million?
What do you mean $10 million? Little rush hour. Yeah,
just get some Jackie Chan in there as well.
Yeah.
I let you out of town. But yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's off the...
I feel like, you know, I can kind of see where Dillian Whyte's coming from. If he has priced himself out.
But has he
if he has.
What, did they even want him to fight?
I mean, well, that's the question, isn't it?
Because if just using his name.
If he's going to be fighting Wilder in December, why do you want to fight Whyte now?
Yeah, it's risky, isn't it?
It is a risk. It is a risk.
What is it?
You know, Dillian Whyte's going to be up for that fight.
Do you still rate Dillian Whyte up there, like top 5, top 10? Where do you rate him?
You know what? I think he's still a good fighter, and I did like his last fight. I feel like he did perform a lot better with the old
Buddy McGirt in the corner this time. Yeah, he was doing the turtle shell like defense, protecting it against the uppercut.
Yeah, he had to dodge the uppercut, innit?
Yeah, we called it beforehand. He's like, he's got to do a turtle shell, and he just came out and straight did it. So, fan of the show, obviously.
That's it.
But yeah,
but I didn't really rate his performance against Fury. Like that wasn't the Dillian Whyte.
Nah, I think that the amount of effort that went through, like trying to get the fight made, and then the promotional side of things.
You think that's what it was?
I think that affected him. Like, I'm not saying. I still think Tyson Fury would have won that fight, but I think it definitely played an impact. The fact that it looked like there was a legal case going on there where he's trying to force the fight with Tyson Fury. I still don't know what happened with that, really. Like, what has happened with that? Because I think it looked like he was taking the WBC to court. So, I mean, allegedly, but we don't know what happened with that.
He got his shot in the end of the day.
He got it, but then has he lost half his money in like legal fees? I don't know. So
I don't know.
Yeah, and he wasn't the same fighter in that fight that we were expecting.
But like, if he did fight Joshua now, like, he'd definitely be more up for it, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, because that's a grudge match. That's like a roadman fight, isn't it? Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
even though there's like that mutual respect there, I still feel like, you know,
that sort of top boy kind of vibe. That
everyone raises their game, don't they? Like when it gets that thing. So I think yeah, it'd still be a great fight, and it's technically 1-1 because like Joshua lost to Dillian White in the amateurs, and well, he won in the pros, obviously. So
I mean, it's amateurs, isn't it? It's amateurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who do you think you should fight then?
Like I've been thinking about this a lot, like just like I'll be driving and I'll just be thinking,
Just pondering, yeah.
just like, you know, be like, it's been sunny, the birds have been like chirping, you know, been out on the road in the car, just like driving around, and you're like just thinking like who, and then I keep coming back to one person, and it's a bit of a controversial one. Like,
Yeah, go on then, talk me through it. Is this one person?
I think the perfect fight at this time outside of Dillian White is Ngannou.
Nah, get out of it. Just
This
get
is
out
where,
of it.
like, it's like a lot of people have been like,
I thought we were brothers. Like, what kind of madness is this?
look, let me explain myself. So you got Ngannou, who brings that UFC crowd. Yeah, he from a test point of view, AJ can try out new things. He's got Derek James in the corner. He most likely get a knockout in that fight, which is perfect for him. He'll be bringing a lot of eyes to the fight. You know, the funds will be there because, you know, Ngannou brings a lot of eyes. So, and if AJ wins that fight, then it tees it up perfectly for Wilder at the end of the year, because then you bring in the crowd, part of the UFC crowd, part of the casuals which aren't already watching you, and you a bit of confidence. For me, that's a perfect fight.
How?
I just said it, man.
No. I'm not.
I get.
Listen, look, the amount of stick Tyson Fury was getting for
I know,
all
and we
these,
gave
like,
it.
supposed fights
And we
that he's
gave it
coming
as
out
well.
with.
We gave it as well. But it's a different situation because Tyson Fury had that gimme fight. He had that with Derek Chisora, didn't he? Really, like
He did,
can't-
but
and he was all teed up for him to fight Usyk. It's not like AJ's turned down Usyk. AJ fought Usyk twice, like, and he lost. So he's
but
done there.
Ngannou's not even a ranked boxer, bro.
Yeah, but it's just a perfect, as I said, he's someone who's not going to cause him too much trouble. It's a
How do
great.
you know? Ngannou might spark him out.
Well, if it did that, then it's game over. But yeah, I think if it's in the octagon or whatever, then yeah, different story. But in a boxing ring, come on.
He's a scary man.
If AJ couldn't beat Ngannou in a boxing ring, then I think he should avoid that Wilder fight. So at the end of the year, so
Yeah, that's
I
true.
just think it ticks quite a few boxes. I know I'll probably get a lot of hate for it, but and then normally it's not the road I'd look to go down. But I just think if you've got this big money fight at the end of the year, it just ticks all the boxes.
What I want to know is, like,
You don't want to put him in like with a Hergovich or not a Wallin, because everyone raises the game when they fight AJ. Like, you know,
but nah, man. Like, listen, tell me, how much is KSI put in your back pocket to come out with this crap? Like, well, the man who was totally against Misfit and all it stands for.
No, I don't. I know. I feel a bit dirty saying it, but it's still at the same time. I'm just thinking from a business point of view, as well as a boxing long-term business boxing point of view. It'll help with his confidence. And
All I'm saying is you've changed.
I think the build-up would be a bit of fun, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I think you'd get a lot of if they did it in the O2, you'd get a lot of the USC crowd there. It's up the road from us. We'd be there, you know, barring like £300 tickets or whatever, which it probably would be. But yeah, so I don't know. Who do you think then? Give me a name. Give me a name. Who's at the top of your file of facts, man?
I get him in there with old man Ortiz. Oh,
is he still fighting?
I don't know. You know, like he's being up pensioner somewhere. Either like an Ortiz or like I don't know. I wouldn't put him in there with Wallin because that could be a dangerous fight.
I know. Yeah, he had that poor fight like a little while back, but it's still risky fight. As I said, everyone raises the game when they're fighting. When you're fighting Tyson Fury generally or on AJ, you're gonna get those challengers trying to raise their game. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, Hergovich as well. Like his last performance wasn't very convincing. I know he had a lot going on.
You got the bounty hunter, you know, Michael Hunter, like. But then
that's true. A lot of people have forgotten about Michael Hunter.
Yeah. But again, I was thinking about that.
Though.
That's a dangerous fight as well. And he's that smaller fighter who's elusive, and AJ doesn't tend to do well against those type of fighters. So,
but if AJ can't beat these people, And we're not convinced he can beat these people without it being too dangerous. Why does he belong in there with Wilder?
Because it's different style of fight. It's like you put AJ in there like with a, I don't know, like a tall fighter, a tall big fighter. Then you want someone who's tall, big, and a little bit slow, and then AJ can shine. But those small elusive
let me phrase
fighters.
this in another way. If I gave you Tyson Fury and I listed these fighters to you, I guess I know he's fought Wallin already, and to be fair, he got cut in that, and it could have been called off. But these other fighters, if I said to you to fight
Spit out,
Tyson
man.
Fury, would you say to me it's a dangerous fight? Say like your Hrgovic's, your Jared Andersons, like would you say they're dangerous fights for him?
Yeah, I think Hrgovic is a dangerous fight on his day I think he had a really poor last performance against Big Bang Zilly Zhang, but I don't think that was the real Hrgovic. He coming off obviously a family loss there, which like a lot of stuff going on in the background, and for me he didn't look right in that fight, like period. Like he looked ill in that fight, so I think that was a blip for Hrgovic.
Okay, I get you.
But Tyson Fury could fight Hrgovic now, but they don't want that fight.
Yeah, I know they don't want that. Big Frank don't want that fight.
Frank. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I think we're going to agree to disagree, but I think either way, we'll find out in the next couple of days what's going to happen with AJ, because it's time is ticking. If he is going to fight, like they're saying that's what they want to do, then we need to know in the next few days. So
yeah. I mean, the heavyweight division is just stagnant at the moment. Without these big players moving, it's pretty dead. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. It doesn't look good for
the whole Saudi thing is sort of put a pause on things, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing, but anyway.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Well, we said we'd talk about that. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conorbenn, on again, off again. Ben Shalom says it's still possibility of happening. Eddie Hearn saying that fight is almost done. Ben Shalom was saying that it's still a possibility of Liam Smith versus Chris Eubank Jr. But Eddie Hearn saying Chris Eubank Jr. is pretty much nailed on to fight Conorbenn. So nobody knows.
What's going on, Cletus? I don't know, man. Like, what do you think? Like, I'm pretty sure I know your answer on this, but what would you be happy with Conorbenn fighting Chris Eubank Jr. in Saudi Arabia?
No, I don't want that fight. That fight shouldn't happen anyway, because you're gonna have to look at. We said it before. Look, Chris Eubank Jr. looks like he's boiling down. He can't make the weight anyway at 160. So that's. I'm guessing any fight now will be at 160.
Yeah, they won't boil him down to.
They can't bring him down to 157 like they were looking to do.
No.
And
there might be a slight rehydration clause, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think if you're Chris Eubank Jr., I think you're saying there's no rehydration clause, because the power's with you at the moment. Conorbenn needs Chris Eubank Jr. more than Chris Eubank Jr. needs Conorbenn.
You think so?
Yeah, of course he does.
Man, the guy's lost like so many fights against the tougher opponent, and everyone's looking at Chris Eubank Jr. like he's washed. Why does Conorbenn need him? All right, he's coming off
what I'm saying is Conorbenn needs Chris Eubank Jr.
I'm saying that's not the case. I'm saying it's the other way around.
Yeah, but look, Conorbenn's coming off that 2 failed drug tests. Yeah.
All right, but he hasn't lost a fight yet, though.
Yeah, but his name is mud in a lot of people's eyes. Like, regardless of where you sit on the whole situation, it's just there's a lot of people who still put off by him. He's now the bad guy. Whereas Chris Eubank Jr., he can fight Liam Smith. He's got that fight there.
But that's it. Who else has he got? And even that is not a big money fight. Who wants to see that again? Do you want to see that again?
No, I mean we said it. We didn't really want to watch that again. So for me, it's the weight issue there. If it was at a higher weight, then I would want to see it again. But seeing it at the same weight, I don't see there being any major difference.
No, you've been eating too much KFC. Your team KFC now. That's all I'm saying.
Well, anyway,
man. I agree that I don't think this fight should go ahead until he's cleared to fight.
I don't think he should go ahead at all, but definitely not if he's not cleared to fight. The only thing is, there needs to be a resolution. Why does it take so long for them to make a decision? Just come out. Like, I know there's probably legal stuff, whatever, but this has been like a year and a half.
It's been too long.
It's just come out with a decision now. Like, this is why it's such a mess. So part of me is like, doesn't blame them for wanting to do a fight in Saudi, because whether it's UCAD, whatever's holding it up, it's just taking too long to be it just makes boxing look like a joke, because decisions shouldn't take this long for someone who's failed a test or two tests.
I know.
Either there was an issue with the testing or whatever, but it shouldn't take this long to get a decision.
People have had babies quicker. I don't know. It just takes the mick now. Like British Boxing Board of Control got to pull
It
their
almost
finger
feels
out.
like they're going to long it out and long it out and long it out until they get to 2 years, when that's probably the minimum ban that they would have got.
And then they're back
for taking a substance, because the emphasis is on the boxer into what they put into themselves. So regardless of whether he's taking something accidentally or whatever, then the duty of care is on them to prevent any sort of contamination or whatever. So, but as you said, they're probably backdate it 2 years, the ban, and it's like they kind of just keep longing this out until you get to 2 years, and it's just like, oh, he's got the ban, he's done his 2 years anyway, he can fight now, but it's just keeping his name relevant until then, because he could fade away into the background.
It's true. I don't know, we'll see. Apparently there's meant to be news in the next week or so. I mean, that's what we keep hearing, but I know, but so we'll look to hear from that. Anything else on your radar?
No, obviously we didn't really talk about the Chris Eubank TalkSport interview, did we? So we've talked privately about that. We weren't comfortable with how it was handled.
No, man, that was bang out of order.
I've seen a few things, like the majority seems like people think that it was out of order. Some people say, well, he was just trying to be honest, but I don't know. For me, I'd seen an issue. Well, I'd seen Chris Eubank Jr. Sorry, for me, I'd seen Chris Eubank in an interview about a month or two ago. He wasn't well, and anyone doing their due diligence from a TalkSport point of view would have seen that interview and should have thought this is not a good idea to put him on live. So,
whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Simon Jordan's? Whose fault is it?
I don't know who signs that off. Is it the production crew? I don't know, but ultimately,
but who comes up with the questions and
well, I think Tunde Ajayi said it said it in the right way, in that, because they've had him on their channel, and again, I don't fully agree with that either, but there's ways of steering the conversation, and I think they tried to do it in a bit more of a positive way on Tunde's channel with the knowledge Spencer Fearon, whereas obviously in TalkSport they were steering it another way. So it looked like Simon Jordan was uncomfortable in that situation. So that's the only thing I will give there. He didn't look his normal self. It's like he knew it wasn't the right thing to do, but it was kind of too late to stop it. But
but it's funny, they still got Simon Jordan out there to do a little one-to-one, little damage limitation video, and he's alluding to the fact that they didn't put him under pressure to say nothing. Whereas,
but it's just putting him in that scenario. He should never have been put in that scenario.
He shouldn't have been.
They should have never had him on there.
Pushing the question on him to keep saying, oh, your son's a charlatan, isn't he then? Your son's a charlatan then. Well, you got someone keep goading you or like that when you're someone who supposedly speaks the truth as well. You got no choice but to say something.
You don't want to be seen a hypocrite, do you? Yeah, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So...
No.
Anyway, I think that's us done. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Final thoughts, Baz?
Just keep commenting, subscribing, and doing your thing, guys. We appreciate all the support. Peace.